Have you ever stood before a painting and felt a universe of emotion wash over you? In that moment, it's as if the world falls away and you're left alone with the colors, the brushstrokes, and the story the artist is telling. Sometimes, a single glance can spark memories, stir up feelings you didn't know you had, or even bring tears to your eyes. Or listen to music that seemed to reach right into your soul. A melody can transport you to another place, remind you of someone you love, or fill you with hope and longing. Music, like all art, has a mysterious power to move us deeply, often without words. These aren't just feelings, they're biological events. When you experience art, your brain is flooded with chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin, which are linked to pleasure, connection, and empathy. The impact is real, measurable, and profound. Art is a uniquely human way to communicate complex ideas and emotions across time and space. It's a language that doesn't need translation, allowing us to share our deepest thoughts and feelings with others, even those we'll never meet. When you connect with art, you're joining a conversation that began thousands of years ago. Every brushstroke, every note, every sculpture is a message from the past, reaching out to us in the present. The goosebumps from a melody or the lump in your throat from a sculpture are real physical reactions, signs of a storm of activity inside your brain. These sensations remind us that art doesn't just exist outside of us, it lives within us, shaping our feelings and our sense of self. Your brain is like a grand orchestra, with different regions lighting up in a coordinated symphony as you experience art. Each part plays its own role, coming together to create something greater than the sum of its parts. It's not just one area at work, but a beautiful harmony of perception, emotion, memory, and thought. This intricate dance is what allows us to feel, remember, and be transformed by art. Understanding the science behind this doesn't diminish the magic. It adds a new layer of wonder. Knowing how our brains respond to art can deepen our appreciation and make each experience even more meaningful. So let's journey into the inner cosmos of the mind, exploring how art shapes our brains and connects us all. The more we learn, the more we realize how extraordinary this connection truly is. Art isn't just decoration, it's a vital part of what makes us human. It brings us together, helps us understand ourselves and each other, and reminds us that we are all part of a much larger story. When you look at art, your visual cortex springs into action, processing light, color, and shape, transforming raw sensory data into a coherent image your mind can understand. This is the first step in a remarkable journey that art takes through your brain. But you don't just see art, you feel it. Almost instantly, signals travel from your visual cortex to your limbic system, the emotional core of your brain. This is where the magic happens, where a simple image can stir deep feelings. Here, a painting becomes more than just shapes and colors. It transforms into a source of emotion, memory, and even nostalgia. The limbic system helps you connect what you see to what you feel, making art a truly personal experience. The swirling sky in the starry night might evoke wonder, excitement, or even turmoil, while the peaceful village below can bring a sense of calm or comfort. Each brushstroke can trigger a different emotional response, unique to every viewer. Next, your prefrontal cortex, the brain's CEO, steps in. It combines the image and the emotion, asking questions like, what does this mean? Do I like it? How does it relate to my own life or beliefs? This is where you form your judgment, drawing on your personal history, opinions, and even your mood that day. Art becomes a conversation between the canvas and your mind. The process is a seamless, lightning-fast collaboration, perception, emotion, and thought working together in perfect harmony, each part of your brain playing its role. Every time you engage with art, you conduct this neural symphony, creating a unique, personal experience that is never quite the same twice. Your brain is constantly interpreting, feeling, and reflecting. Our brains are wired not just to perceive, but to find meaning, connection, and emotion in the world around us. Art taps into this wiring, making us feel alive and connected. That's the true power of art. It awakens our senses, stirs our emotions, and invites us to explore the depths of our own minds. Have you ever found yourself standing in front of a piece of abstract art, feeling puzzled, maybe even a little lost, and then suddenly everything clicks? That exhilarating aha moment when confusion turns into understanding is more than just a mental shift. That rush of discovery feels so good because it's actually a chemical reaction happening inside your brain, lighting up your neural pathways. Dopamine, often called the molecule of motivation and pleasure, is released whenever you solve a tricky puzzle, crack a riddle, or finally grasp a hidden meaning in a work of art. This rewarding sensation encourages you to seek out more of these moments, making you want to explore, learn, and experience new things. In a way, art becomes a workout for your brain's reward circuit, especially when it manages to surprise or challenge you in unexpected ways. Our brains are wired to predict what comes next, so when a piece of art defies those expectations in a beautiful or clever way, the dopamine hit you get is even more powerful and memorable. That's why a sudden plot twist in a story or an unexpected harmony in music can send a thrill through your whole body and leave you wanting more. This process doesn't just make you feel good, it actually encourages curiosity and exploration, training your brain to find joy in the act of discovery itself. Whether in art, music, or even everyday life, each time you interpret or engage with art, you're not just enjoying the moment, you're strengthening your brain's reward system and deepening your appreciation for complexity and nuance. So the next time you feel that unmistakable thrill of discovery, remember to thank dopamine for giving you that delightful, motivating reward, and for making the world a more fascinating place. When you watch a dancer leap or see a portrait of sorrow, do you feel it in your own body? That's your mirror neurons at work. These brain cells fire when you perform an action or when you watch someone else do it, creating an internal simulation. Mirror neurons are your empathy circuit, letting you step into someone else's shoes. When you see a sculpture straining with effort, your brain mirrors that struggle, letting you feel it too. Artists pour their movements and emotions into their work. Your brain reenacts the creative process as you view it. This neural mirroring makes art emotionally powerful. We're not just observers, but participants. A painting of joy or a sad song can trigger the same pathways as our own experiences. Through mirror neurons, art becomes a bridge connecting us to the humanity of others. Sometimes art is so beautiful it gives you goosebumps or moves you to tears. Scientists call this the aesthetic experience, a peak brain response. Multiple brain systems fire in synchrony, releasing natural opioids that create pleasure and awe. This feeling of wonder makes us more generous, curious, and humble. But art's benefits go beyond fleeting moments. Creating or appreciating art strengthens neural connections and builds cognitive resilience. Learning music or analyzing a painting sharpens your brain, making it more flexible and efficient. Art isn't just for critics, it's a fundamental human need and a tool for brain health. Whether you're doodling, singing, or visiting a museum, you're nourishing your mind. Let art wash over you. Your brain will thank you, building a stronger, more connected inner cosmos.